So this discussion will be about long-lasting retention and prevention of nail lifting. Now, I'm going to be discussing briefly about this, but if you would like to dive deeper about this, go ahead and check that link. That's right, just for you. There's a nail system that is created to prevent nail lifting. If that's something that you feel you need help with, check that link out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this video. I'm going to start out with 3 common mistakes that individuals tend to do when it comes to why their nails are lifting, okay? So, one mistake that people tend to make that is very common is skipping the prep or little to no prep. And obviously, the nail has to be prepared. That's why it's called prep for short. It's literally a term for short. Nail prep is important. It sets the nails up for success. I repeat. Good lucky, hey. It sets the nails up for success. Now, if you want a dive in deep nail prep breakdown, there's tons of videos on the channel. Go check out some live videos that's been on here. Also, you can go ahead and check out the nail system link below. So, mistake number 2. All right, mistake number 2. There's tons of mistakes. So another common one though, I'm going to go ahead and say little to no primer, right? So, and I know a lot of people is like, oh, everyone knows that, but either it's little to no primer or too much primer. I forgot to put that up there, but little to no primer or too much primer, and I'll explain. Sometimes when there's not enough, a lot of times someone can tend to take the bottle and they wipe the bristles on the brush so much back and forth, and then when they go, they'll just tap the nail and oh, that's it. That's not enough primer. That's not enough primer. And always remember, the primer only goes on the natural nail plate, okay? Next, too much primer is sometimes individuals think, okay, let me just take this brush out this bottle, and they don't wipe at all, and they go plop, 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 and then it leads the primer into running all in the just unnecessary areas and possibly touching the individual's skin, all right, which is not needed or necessary. All right, so let's go into mistake number 3. Now, some of the common mistakes for mistake number 3 is bead ratio. Now, bead ratio can depend, because are we discussing bead ratio in the context of based off the 3 bead method? Are we talking about in the context of the first 2 beads or that cuticle bead?
Make this cuticle bead with me. You're gonna take that cuticle bead, try it out just a tad bit so it will not run. We don't feel like cuticles. Press down, let it sit for a bit, wipe. Then we're gonna pat, pat, pat. We on a day with Patty right now. Pat, wipe. Now let's blend. And we blend and blend and wipe and blend. And that's your cuticle bead.
Either one. So if you are not properly sealing off the acrylic bead, that can cause it to lift. It can cause other things. Also, if the bead ratio is too runny, too dry, it can cause lifting. So we want to make sure that the bead is not too runny and it's not too dry. You want a perfect bead. All right. Also, when it comes to that cuticle bead, a lot of common mistakes that a lot of people tend to do, they think they need that same amount that is needed for the cuticle area that was needed in the first and second bead. No. And also it shouldn't be as wet as the first two beads for sure. So those are some things to kind of look out when it comes to bead ratio. All right, now let's go into discussing about having an effective prep system. It's important for steps to be flawless and to have the, you know, the nail retention and highlighting on how the longevity of them nails will last. All right, so now that we've went over this simple method of a nail prep,
this beautiful client came in
doing our gala time.
over 1 month of retention. As you can see, there's no lifting, beautiful nail plate, beautiful nail growth. Now, this was the result of how her nails looked after getting them redone.
they're so pretty. I love them. Okay, put them together.
Now, in the next scene, listen to what she says.
Oh, look how cute! I fucking love it.
Right, y'all, it's cute with its nails to you. Don't forget to like, share this video with everyone you know. Until next time.